Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are having a great week so far. Got 9 MLB matchups on this slate. Kind of light, not as heavy as the every other day so far. So before we get started, go ahead and like and subscribe, support the channel. Go ahead and join the Patreon. Only $5.50 a month. Already have over 40 members. Only had it for a few days. We're growing. It's gonna be awesome. You want to be a part of the community of awesome sports bettors, which is just awesome. So go ahead and hop in there. Link will be in the description. Don't want to miss out on that. You'll get all my picks, parlays, and for every day. And so yeah, we're gonna get right into it. 9 matchups here. First matchup, kind of weird. Can't find any current lines on it at all. So that we'll have to just see what happens. It's going to be the Miami Marlins versus the New York Mets. Can't find a line, and I can't find who is pitching for the Marlins. It says Tajon Walker's pitching for the Mets. Don't know who's pitching for the Marlins here. Can't find a spread online anywhere. So if someone, I'll see if I can put this in comments. But if someone gets to it before me, go ahead and put that in the comments. That would be greatly appreciated to put the current spread and over/under. This is just a tough game for me here. Miami. Both teams just, playing awful. Mets not getting off to the start that we would have thought. We would have liked them to. Playing very poorly here. Miami playing poorly as well. If I'd had to guess, I'd imagine Mets are going to be favored in this one. Going to roll with the Mets. I mean, they got to bounce back, They just have to. I mean, don't really like this Marlins team. Going to roll with the Mets. They need to get their act together. Hopefully they get their act together in this matchup. Going to roll with the Mets, and just be sure to check what the over-under is. So that'll be a question mark for that matchup. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Cubs versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cubs opening up as favorites at -140, Pitt +130. Pitching for the Cubs is Jake Arrieta. Pitching for the Pirates is Tyler Anderson. Now that there's some stats, there's actually some ERAs out here. Jake Arrieta with a 1.5 ERA, Tyler Anderson with a 5.4 ERA, and the over/under at 8.5 here. Weather looks nice, 78 degrees, should be a pretty good game here. Gonna roll with the Cubs in this one. Just taking the better team here. Pirates just aren't there yet. Playing pretty poorly right now. Gonna roll with the Cubs, and we're gonna take the over 8.5. Next matchup, we have the Boston Red Sox versus the Baltimore Orioles. Boston, big favorites at -165. The Orioles +150. Boston pitching for Boston is Eduardo Rodriguez. Pitching for the Orioles is Matt Harvey. Boston coming off a huge win against Tampa. Had the slow start of the season, but I think they're going to get their act together here. A lot of games to be played, so going to be a lot of bad starts for a lot of these good teams here. Baltimore had the great 3-0 start against Boston, but now they're playing again here. Tough match. Things finally came to light here in the Yankees series, getting destroyed in all their Yankees matchups. I like Boston to get revenge. Baltimore sweeping them 3-0 in that first matchup. I don't think that's going to happen again here. Going to take Boston with the revenge game here, and we're going to take the under 9.5. Next matchup, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Colorado Rockies. Colorado favorites at -110. Arizona +100, with the over/under at 12. A very high over/under. Pitching for the Diamondbacks is Merrill Kelly. Pitching for Colorado is John Gray. And, the weather looks pretty nice. 67 degrees, 13-mile-an-hour winds. The first matchup, Arizona did win 10-8. Super high scoring matchup here. That's why the over is pretty high. Still love Arizona in this matchup. I really do. Getting them at +1.5, I think, is a steal. Gonna go with the over 12 as well. Why not? hit 18. They smash it. Let's hope for another high score here. Going to take Arizona. Yeah, I'm confident in Arizona here. Colorado hasn't really impressed me much. Merrill, 6.75 ERA. John Gray with a 1.80 ERA. Gonna roll with Arizona. We're gonna go roll with the roll with the over as well. Next matchup, we have the Kansas City Royals versus the Chicago White Sox. Kansas City, underdogs at plus 150. Chicago minus 160. Kansas City, pitching for the Royals is Brad Keller. Pitching for the White Sox is Lance Lynn. Brad Keller with a 40.50 ERA. Lance Lynn doesn't have an ERA on record right now. The over-under sitting at 9 here. Love the over in this matchup. 63 degrees, 13 mile an hour wind. Should be pretty decent weather there. Gonna roll with the White Sox in this matchup. Both teams are going to score. Look for a lot of scoring in this matchup, but I lean with the White Sox. Next matchup, we have the Seattle Mariners versus the Minnesota Twins. Seattle, underdogs at plus 165. Minnesota minus 175. Pitching for Seattle is Marco Gonzalez. Pitching for the Twins is Jose Barrios with the over-under at 8. 64 degrees here. Big chance of rain at 45%, so be sure to check that out. That could definitely impact the game, especially the over-under. Love Minnesota in this matchup. Minnesota sneaking the win over Detroit 3-2 yesterday here. Like Minnesota, Seattle not playing very well here. Going to roll with Minnesota, and I'm going to take the under. Expect it to be a rainy game here. Going to roll with the under. Next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Brewers versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Milwaukee opening up as favorites at minus 130. St. Louis plus 120 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Brewers is Corbin Burns with an ERA of 1.42. Pitching for the Cardinals is Adam Wainwright with an ERA of 20.25. Weather, 56 degrees. 13 mile an hour winds. Nothing too crazy, a little chilly. St. Louis, come off a nice 7-0 win over Miami. That's a nice game they had there. Milwaukee bounced back to start the season with, losing their first couple games there. Bouncing back strong, winning their last 2. St. Louis on a 3-game winning streak as well. Going to ride the hotness right here, and going to take St. Louis plus 120. I like him at plus 1.5 here, and we're going to take the over 7.5. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Angels versus the Toronto Blue Jays. The Angels, underdogs at minus 105, or the Blue Jays minus 115. Super close spread here with the over-under at 10. Pitching for the Angels is Griffin Canning. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Ross Stripling. Griffin doesn't have an ERA, any ERA stats on here that I can find. Ross Stripling, ERA of 8.10. 74 degrees in this matchup, 8 mile per hour wind. Should be a nice day there. Both teams coming off some losses. I lean with Toronto here. You know what? Changing the pick live. I like the Angels. I like them at plus 1.5. I like them at plus 1.5 more. Do think there will be a lot of scoring in this one. I'm going to take the over 10 as well. Last matchup on the board, we have the Oakland Athletics versus the Houston Astros. Oakland underdogs at plus 148, Houston minus 158. Pitching for Oakland is Cole Irvin with an ERA of 8.31. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 4.91. This one's pretty simple for me. Love the Astros. They've just been playing really good to start the season. 5-1. Oakland on the opposite side here, 1-6, not playing very well. Coming off the Dodgers win, they're 2-6, but coming off the Dodgers win, very very good upset, But having to play this pretty impressive Houston team here, I don't think Oakland's going to be able to hang in this one. Love Houston riding out their hotness. Going to take Houston. We're going to take the over 9.5. That's going to do it for this pick video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Join the Patreon. You don't want to miss out. And yeah, good luck with your picks and parlays on Thursday, and I'll see you guys Friday. Have a good